All right, let's do a quick review of this week. I'm going to work questions 23 through 28. So the first part is when we learn whether the sides were similar. So state if the polygons are similar. Now, I take a look at the angles. Remember I said in order for polygons to be similar, two criteria have to be met. The angles have to be the same. So I look at the angles. Yeah, the angles of one figure are the angles of the other figure. So we're good. The other criteria is the sides have to be proportional. Okay, so when I look at the side on the figure on the left, the numbers that I use are 8, 6, and 12. Let me write them from small to large, actually. 6, 8, 12. Okay. Now, 6 is corresponding with 3, 8 is corresponding with 4, and 12 is corresponding with 6. All right, we can cross multiply two fractions at a time, right? 6 times 4, 3 times 8, and then 8 times 6, 4 times 12. Now, we cross multiply two fractions at a time, and if I get the same result, the fractions are proportional. Another way I can do it, that way I can do it all at once, I can simplify my fractions. Now, 6 over 3 simplifies to 2, right? 6 divided by 3 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. They all simplify to the same thing. My angles are the same. My sides are proportional. Therefore, I'm going to say this figure is similar. Then moving along, question number 24. The polygons in each pair are similar. So that's a strong statement. The polygons in each pair are similar. So now they're telling me the angles are equal and the sides are proportional. Based on the sides are proportional, we're going to be able to find the missing side length. All right, that question mark, I call it X. So on the small figure, right, on the figure on the left, I'm going to be using the measurement X and 7. Now, X is corresponding with 18 and 7 is corresponding with 14. So X goes with 18 and 7 goes with 42. And then I'm just going to cross multiply. We can simplify if we wish. I'm just going to cross multiply. So I'm going to have 42X is equal to 126. Remember, when 42 times X equals 18 times 7. That's how I got the 126. All right, now to get the X by itself, let me divide both sides by 42. So X is going to be equal to 3. Now let's take a look at number 25. I'm working up until 28, by the way. So it says solve for X. The polygons in each pair are similar. So I'm going to use 3 plus X, and I'm going to use 12. So from this polygon, I'm going to use 3 plus X and 12. From the other polygon, I'm going to use 15 and 18. 3 plus X goes with 15, and 12 goes with 18. And then I'm just going to cross multiply. 18 times 3 is 54. So I have 54 plus 18X. Because of the plus sign, I had to go 18 times 3 and 18 times X. Now for the other side, I have to go 15 times 12. That is 180. Okay, so 54 plus 18X equals 180. Let me separate my sides to the equal sign. The 54, let me move it to the other side as a minus 54. So I'm going to have that 18X is equal to 126. Let me divide by 18. And when I get X equals 126 divided by 18, is 7. Let's take a look at number 26. State if the triangles in each pair are similar. Okay, so we're going to state if they are similar. Before I continue reading the instructions, I remember for similarity, there's 3 rules that work. Side, 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 angle, or angle, angle, okay? So the only 3 rules that we're going to use. When I use angles, the angles must be equal. When I use sides, the sides must be proportional. Okay, so state if the triangles in each pair are similar. If so, state how you know they are similar and complete the similarity statement. Okay, so first I see sides. I see some sides here, so I'm going to try to use the sides. From one triangle, I see that the sides are 12 and 14. So I'm even going to write it from small to large, 12 and 14. From the other triangle, I see that measurements are 66 and 77. Let me write them from small to large, 66 and 77. Now, 2 ways how we can check if these sides are proportional. Simplify the fractions or cross multiply. Cross multiply means 12 times 77 and then 66 times 14. If they are similar, you're going to get the same result either way. 12 times 77 or 66 times 14. Like I said, if they are similar, you will get the same result. If you don't like to cross multiply, you can simplify the fractions. 12 and 66, I will divide each by 6. 14 and 77, I will divide each by 7. Okay. Now, I'm going to choose to cross multiply. To be honest, that's a little bit easier. Or you know what? If I choose cross multiply, I'm going to choose both ways. 12 times 77 is 924. 66 times 20, 66 times 14, I get 924. So if I cross multiply, I can tell, yep, they are similar. If I wanted to do simplifying, 12 and 66 divide each by 6, I get 2 over 11. 14 over 77 divide each by 7, I get 2 over 11. So if I cross multiply or I simplify, I figure out the 2 sides are similar. Another thing that I know is this angle, it's equal to this angle. Vertical angle theorem, when there's an X form, opposite angles are equal. So I have enough for side, angle, side. Okay. Now, let me erase this marks right here. So I'm going to complete the statement. RQP is similar to what? If you notice, RQP, it's this triangle here. Now, it's similar to this other triangle. Now, the way I named the other triangle does matter. It does. The order of the letters matters. I'm going to say letter R, angle R from the other angles R. Now, Q. My question here is, do I go RKJ or do I go RJK? It does matter. My case, I'm going to go RKJ. Let me explain why. If you notice, the first side here was RQ. That's the small side. So I have to go with RK. So RKJ by side angle side. Cool. Now let's take a look at number 27. Find the missing length. The triangles in each pair are similar. So from one triangle, I'm going to use the measurement 9 and X. Remember the question mark, I always call it X. So I'm going to use the measurements 9 and X. If X is the small side, it goes with 18. If X is the big side, it goes with 20. If you don't know, use the notation. So let's see. X is the measurement US, right? Is the side US. So I see that that's the first two letters here. So that goes with UV. So X is going to go with 20. And 9 is going to go with 18. I'm going to cross multiply to have 18x is equal to 180. I divide both sides by 18. So I get x is equal to 10. My last example here, solve for x, the triangles in each pair are similar. I'm going to say the measurement WL is 42. I might need it, I might not. I'm just going to put it there. So I'm going to use, from one side of the triangle, I'm going to use 10x and 96. I'm going to use 10x, 96. From the other side of the triangle, I'm going to use 30 and 72. Okay. Now, when I cross multiplied, so I'm going to get 720x is equal to 2,880. Remember, I went 72 times 10x, and then I went 96 times 30. Now let me divide each side by 720. So I get x equals 4. There, that's what we worked today.